when you're ready. Start? Okay. So this is the grand piano, and in order to open the grand piano, first you will open this section like this, okay? And you will place it down like this. Now when you're lifting the lid, always ensure that you hold this section where both the pieces are. If you hold from here, this would move. So you need to lift it from here like this and raise it up. Now you see there are two sockets for the stick. Always remember the longer section will come in the inner socket and the smaller section will come in the outer socket. Okay, this is because when you keep this in the inner socket, this angle here becomes a right angle and it can take the load properly. If for any reason you place this like this, there is a very big chance that this can slip and this can smash down. So to avoid that, ensure that you keep this at the inner socket so that it's at a right angle, and this ensures that your lid is safe. Now when you want to perform on your piano, you will open the fall board here like this and you will play. Now when you want to play, you will want to use your sheet music or your books for learning and practicing your music. So you have the music rest here on which you keep your books and papers. So in order to open this, you lift this up, you have the holder here, and if you see carefully here, you have multiple slots. So you have different angles of inclination based on your height and the way you sit. So you could keep it like this and your books. So if you're a taller person, it would be something like this. And if you are much shorter, you bring it deep right inside and place it in this. So by this, it is fastened in the higher position. When you're done, you want to close this, you pull this forward and bring it to this extreme position and then close it. If this is up, when you close this lid, there's a chance that these two will collide and they'll get damaged. So ensure that you do this. Another option is sometimes if you're having a child or a small kid who is trying to learn and the sheets are too far, you can slide this forward or backward based on your height and your convenience. Okay, there's no hard and fast rule, it's just for your convenience. You can choose and decide how you want to keep this. A very important rule, don't keep any liquids or bring any liquids near the piano. If you want to drink water, be away from the piano. If water comes into your piano is destroyed. The tone will change, it will be a very expensive affair fixing things. So as a preventive thing, avoid any and all liquids near the piano. Another important thing is, if you keep the piano open like this, there is a chance that when you have guests or anybody coming, they would want to come and touch inside the piano. Avoid that because our body also has moisture, we have sweat contains salt. If that comes on the strings will rust and they'll be affected. So avoid that. Now when you want to clean the piano, I would suggest you use a duster. You could use any microfiber duster, you can get it online on any online store. It does not cost too much. So first you remove overlaying dust with the duster, and then any and all fingerprint smudges, you could use a microfiber cloth. You could use a microfiber cloth and wipe it off. Okay, so if you go directly using the cloth to wipe off the dust, what would happen is you would have the overlaying dust causing a scratch mark on your piano. So avoid doing that. So first we always dust off the overlaying dust, and then we use a cloth to wipe off any fingerprint smudges or any other marks for that reason. So it's very, very easy, very simple. And once you're done, this is a hydraulic closing, so it'll close softly. You don't have to press it down. Okay. Now when you're done, you raise this, place this down, and you close this like this. A very important thing is you get this piano tuned once in 6 months. That's the general case. If you are a very powerful user, you regularly use the piano, then of course your frequency will increase. But we say once in 6 months for summer and winter. And if you're going to do a recording, you're going to do any kind of video show and all, then of course just before every recording you would obviously get your piano properly tuned so that it's perfect pitch before you do the recording. Otherwise, having said that, once in 6 months is definitely required to maintain the piano. If you don't, then the strings will become loose, and tomorrow when you want to fix them, it'll become an expensive affair, because if the string snaps, you'll have to buy new strings. So it's a very basic thing. Otherwise, this piano is very good. You can, if you maintain the piano well, you can keep a piano for 3 generations. That's roughly about 60 to 70 years without any issues. And that is provided you take all these preventive measures. Avoid direct heat, sunlight, and direct coldness coming. Now, right now you have an AC vent there, but it does not directly affect the piano. But there are many cases where in winter someone might keep a heating system right next to the piano. That would affect the piano. But in this case, this is well ventilated and kept away from heating and coolness, so which is pretty neat. And if you do this, you can maintain this piano for 3 generations. Thank you.